Okay, so I noticed something. I quickly watch out for the Gupta. You remember that Gupta? Something that I say have is it's DOI and the name somewhere else. So just in case it's not properly referenced, look at it and it was properly referenced just because it has the DOI from the direct source, even though it does not have it on the paper. So those are the things you need to watch out for. Ensure that any journal you are downloading has this DOI. It will help you for it to be properly what's it called, properly referenced. Although we have some here that are book. This is a book. This is not a journal. This one is also a book. Yeah, a publication you can see. So yeah, so that's how they will be referenced. But for journal, these references are awesome. So this is the second this thing that we get from. You can see. You look at the way it writes. As cited in organization to translate. So this is this is crazy. So if you sit down and read this, you will see that oh wow, it's perfect. It's awesome. So this is what we initially get before I updated the prompt. So and now why did I update the prompt again? Supervisor has research basically has a principle of whenever you are citing authors, and that was why I updated the what's it called, the write-up. Now whenever you are citing authors, now AI will not know these things, right? So whenever you are citing author for the very first time, you cite all the author involved. So that's the principle behind using et al. Et al is actually used in to will I say acronymize or synchronize names of other authors. So what it's telling is that the authors that has this particular statement are more than one. So you have Gershi et al means it's not only this guy. We have several other people. There could be two or three or four or five more. So now me updating this prompt is a way of trying to avoid any form of correction as a result of that, right? Some supervisors pay close attention to it, some don't. So, but my or my aim is to see that I do, something of quality that would have little to no corrections, right? So because like I said, in the age of AI, you you now have to know how to position yourself as an expert in whatever things that you are doing, because to whom much is given, much is expected. So you will see that the output is absolutely different from somebody who is just, for instance, the second one that we get, which is the one I'll be using basically, it looks more like something written by carefully by somebody, by a person. So you can see such as formulated by this as cited in, you understand. So for organization, so me seeing this one alone is already playing off my head. So that doesn't mean there may be one or two mistakes there, right? So if I should read through, I will know. But that's already gives sign that this is a good work. You can see as argued by establishing deep, so this is one. So I'm going to use this, and it even starts with the concept of, so which this one is also equally good, but just for me, I feel what we have now is now far better than this one. For some person, this may be far better. Of For me, I prefer that one. And if not for any reason, because the et al has already been replaced by using the principle that is just that a research writing should follow. You understand? So with that, I won't have to be going back and forth if the lecturer spot it. The lecturer will perceive it to be of good quality, and there won't be need to start correcting on that. So let me look at the reference. The reference actually look the same thing. Okay, it's a bit different. So that means this guy is not there, so I'll just use this guy. So that's it about the this particular section. So the next section that we want to look at what we brainstorm. ChatGPT, we've already talked about the main concepts, which is strategic innovation. Now we want to look at it. So the main concept has already covered the meaning and the concept, right? So now we want to look at dimension of strategic innovation. So we are going to have this as we're going to have, sorry, this is supposed to be 2. This is supposed to be 2. This is supposed to be 2.1. Okay. No, no, no. Don't do that. It's supposed to be 2.1. So this will be 2.2. So I'm supposed to have 2.2 here. And this will be like this conceptual review. Okay. So I have this 2.2. Okay. So it's going to be 2.21. We have this, then this is going to be 2.21.1, so we're going to have this as dimension of strategic innovation, right? So we then know that our next research will be on product innovation, service innovation, process innovation, and business model innovation. So now let's go on to our search. I think I saw something on the other time. I saw something on business model. Okay, so I'm going to download this for business model. So let's see. I think that was why, because it has business model innovation, and this thing here is business model innovation, exactly. So you can see. So this particular one now is a this is a study. This is a journal study. Okay, this is a journal study. So okay, this is a PDF here. So for you that you want to download manually, so you just click here. But for me, that I have an extension that I use basically. Even with the extension, it was still unable to get some journals. You can see. So but just for easy this thing workflow is why I'm having it like this, which is equally the same thing, but I should download it directly, create a folder and all that. So I'm going to have this as business innovation, and then I'll create. I'm going to create another one instantly, and that will be on products. We have product, service, and process. So I will say products innovation. And the good thing is that we might even find all of them in one particular journal at the end of the day. Service innovation. And let's see the next one. The next one is product, service, and process. Now we're going to have this as another one. Process innovation. So let us just focus on business innovation first, since we already started with it. So let's say I want to download it. I'll just click PDF. So now wait for it to load. But because I have another means to do that, so I think since I already talked about how to download journal, there won't be need for me to start showing us how you'll be downloading this one. So just know that comparative strategic analysis for sustainability. Yeah, this is also good. This is also good, but we don't need it yet now. We'll be needing it when we talk about what is it called? When we talk about sustainable competitive advantage. Yeah, we're talking on this one. So in fact, I should change this. So instead of having this as, I should change this as, let me just change it as 2.2, then 2.221 will then be business. No, it's not going to be business. We're going to start with products. You have to follow it in that chronological order. Yeah. Right. So So this is the journal here. So you're just going to click download straight up. So, but for me, I just want to pick. I'll pick the DOI. Where's the DOI again? So this guy, I'm looking at here. This guy will also fit in. Sustainable advantage. This guy will also fit in where we're talking about. So you can see, okay, this is for the empirical review. Mm, okay, so uh, trying to get the DOI of this. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'll paste. So by the time I'm done with the download, we'll come back to the next section and then we'll proceed, with getting our report. So see you on the other side.